Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans in their last game losing to the Celtics. Now, here is George. Outside, White. Pass to KD. 6 to shoot. And then Durant with the jam.
Look at KD throwing it down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Now here's LeBron. Jalen Suggs unable to get his last shot to go. Nice shot by James.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Now here is George. Grant outside. Back to George. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
Here's James. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Now, here is George. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Lopez a screen. Back to Koulibaly. A three-pointer, no good. Durant deciding where to go with it. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Ayton the screen. Back to Durant. From deep. Drills it from outside. Durant's got 5 points so far.
And that bucket by KD is why he is so lethal. Durant can straight up save possession.
Now, Hero. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Miami needs to get a shot off. Pass to Lopez. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. New Orleans in the lead. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Grant with the ball. Outside Durant. Pass to George. And stolen by James. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. James has got his second basket of the night.
And that incredible speed. James shows no mercy when he's leaking out in transition.
And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Sinks the triple. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And let's also give them some credit for running the break so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
Hero from long range. And again, Miami with the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside for Durant. Pass to Grant. Back to KD. Shot clock at 5. And they get it. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Back to James. Into the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. LeBron got 7 points.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Pelicans trailed by 10. George looking over the floor. Outside, KD. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the call will be on Keontae George.
Team foul.
That's his first foul. Now here's James. 7 points in the game. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Suggs.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
James with it. He's picked up by KD.
And how about the anticipation? Just sniffed that one out, knew exactly when to make the move.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And both free throws good for White. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer. but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Outside, White. Outside for Durant. And another turnover here by New Orleans.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Heat moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Lopez. Outside, James. No good on the three. And so it's Miami. Bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Now, here's Trent. Hasn't made one yet. Bible with the ball. Up top, Durant. Pass to White. Shot from the wing. And James pulls it down.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Now here's James. He's got 9. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Now here's Ayton. Right now averaging about 5 points a game.
Well, the 7-footer Ayton, when he's this close to the basket, he's looking for the jam.
Here's LeBron. From deep, Trent. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Trent got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Smith. Still scoreless. White down low. Out to KD. Over LeBron. And it's New Orleans scoring again. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah,
payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now,
though?
What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Trent can't hit.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Smith for 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Several teams changing it up here. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Dinwiddie outside. Now Washington. Pass to Jones. Connects from three-point range. And the Heat lead by 6.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Outside, KD. Durant uses his size and close.
Just working his way inside there. Durant so good at just finding his shot all over the court.
Pass to Jones. To the inside. Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Here's Richardson, following the score by New Orleans. Pass to Washington. 5 to shoot. He takes it in. And then Washington with the dunk.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And timeout called by Willie Green. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Pelicans trailed by 6 and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Smith with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. And here is Hero. He has 5. Good. And now it's an 8-point Heat lead.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
Smith outside. Pass to Porter. Fires for 3. And it's Suggs with the rebound. The Heat leading by 8. Jones with it. Right side Hero. And stolen by Thibault. Smith with it. Picked up by Hero. Stolen by Hero. Outside Jones. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Smith outside. Pass to Grant. Back to Smith. Clock at 6. And another turnover here by New Orleans. .152 left now here in the second. Now Hero, covered by Smith. Here's Suggs. Sarr with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Outside Porter. We've got 123 left in the first half of the game. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Hero from long range hits the three-point bomb. Heroes got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat. Pass to Porter. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. For three, Smith. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. 6 points for Smith.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Here's Suggs. And that one drops for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here is Smith. 6 points for him. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. "12 seconds left in the first half. Now, Hero from outside the arc. No good that time. And so it's Miami with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Back right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Heat leading by 10. Pass to Koulibaly. Suggs with the ball. Outside, Hero. A three-pointer off the mark.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Back to Durant, and stolen by Song. A finish, and Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Now, here is George. No scoring in this one. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Song. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hito Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando. Was his most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Miami no good on that time either. Pelicans trail by 15. Outside, George. Shot from the top of the key. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alder. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. The shot by KD, no good. Here's Suggs. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Grant. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way for Grant. He finds a way to make the most of his chances.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Now here's Lopez. Nothing on the board. James in the post. 4 on the clock. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Now here's Durant. He's got 9. Shoots over James. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Oh, the seasoned veteran there, Durant, able to knock down those looks with the shot clock running down.
Outside Hero. Back to LeBron. Kicks it out to Hero. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And timeout called by Willie Green. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Here's George. He has yet to score. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you got to keep George away from the basket or you can expect to get dunked on.
LeBron outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on White. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps. And this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 5 on the clock. Here's LeBron. The rebound by Grant. Pelicans trail by 11. Here's George. Now White. Pass to Thibault. Back to White. Plenty of space. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. White's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New Orleans. James outside. The three. James connects from deep.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Outside, George. Outside, White jacks up a three. Miami grabs the miss. 17 points was their biggest margin. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
And once James catches fire, just keep feeding the beast. It is that simple.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And here's Smith. He's got 6. Screen by Grant. 3-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Heat. They lead by 14. On the 3 off target. Smith scanning the floor. Kicks it out to Grant. It's good. Grant's got 5.
Well, over the years, Grant has worked hard on his jump shot. Now he's dangerous from the mid-range.
Outside, Jones. Back to Dinwiddie. Throws it up high. And it's slammed in by Jones.
And how about the awareness of Dinwiddie? Excellent job spotting the open teammate there.
Smith with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Grant in the post. Out to Smith. And stolen by Richardson. Porter pulls it in. Smith outside. Launches a 3. It's not going to go for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat lead by 14. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pelicans trailed by 14. And Brent now top of the key. Outside Porter. Pass to Ware. And it's Thibault in the corner. Clock at 4. Here's Porter. Can't cash in from the high post. The Heat leading by 14. They get a hand on it. Plays it up off the glass. Porter's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's got to frustrate the defense. Porter Jr. finding a way to score despite the aggressive coverage.
Trent outside. Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Sarge. Off target from outside. Pelicans trailed by 12. And timeout called by Willie Green. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. An update from the sidelines. Let's check in with David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to catch the message Willie Green gave to his team. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. You have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now, here is Smith. Able for three. He doesn't hit that one. There's Dinwiddie. Pass to Song. Dinwiddie with it. Now Smith defending. Jones from outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Smith outside. Here's Ware. Now Thibault. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Outside, Jones. And here is Washington. Over Thibault. And again, it's the Heat missing. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Now, here's Porter. Back to Smith. Driving inside. And then Smith with the dunk.
Smith thrives getting the ball inside and scoring around the cup.
Dinwiddie with it. It's Richardson on the wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Smith outside. There's the pick. Shoots the three. And Sarr pulls it down.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
They could use a bucket. And Sarr throws it down.
And the more we see of Alex Sarr, I'd like to see more attacks at the rim.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Pelicans trail by 10. Outside, George. Outside, White. Driving to the basket. Misses from close range. Miami leading by 10. Pass to James. There's the triple. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
Lopez outside. Back to James. On the wing, Koulibaly. And the Heat, another three.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Now here's James. To the paint. Koulibaly, no good. Pelicans trailed by 13. Left side, George. Pass to Ayton. Suggs with the steal. It's stolen by White. Now Kevin Durant. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. White wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. James looking it over. Lopez outside. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. .135 left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Hero, that's a two-pointer. Drained for 2 points.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Now Hero, following the miss by Jeremy Grant from deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. .35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Trying to end the drought. And that one's good, Ayton. And so James will bring it up for the Heat. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Just 5 on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin.